She want all the dangle. She said she want a big land for them. She would like to be free. She would like to be free. She want all the dangle. She said she want a big bungalow. She would like to be free. She would like to be free. Call me, the one now. Better you somebody else. Call me, you say the boy, that can say you no good feel. Better you somebody else. Call me, so I can be long body, so I can be long body. Call me, so I can be long body, so I can be bang we just want to get to it. Below it's there, we be depressed. So can't feel, I'm sure it's evident. Because if I'm not passion, I'm like stranded. I'm so fucking passionate. The drives away, far away. She ain't come back tomorrow. The drives away, far away. She ain't like tomorrow. The drives away, far away. Just like tomorrow. The drives away, far away. She said she like to swallow. Better you somebody else. Call me, you see the boy here. I can say you go good feel. Better you somebody else. Call me, she said she want to be a fellow. She said she want to be bundle. She would like to be free. She said she would like to be free. She said she want to be bundle. She said she want to be bundle. She would like to be free. She would like to be free. And you pick up some people coming up with some people. They get for the mission, they don't come to see cars. The brother that they coming up to style. You see everyone make up to be a shine off. They get people on the people in my car. She say I'm never be she only make a drive round. She say she don't want to take it to high grass. And I be just sitting at this guy. The jazz away, far away. She ain't come back tomorrow. The jazz away, far away. She ain't like tomorrow. The jazz away, far away. Just like tomorrow. The jazz away, far away. She said she like to swallow. Better you bring somebody else. Call me, you say the boy here. That can say you good.
Check, 1, 2. Make sure you share your live now. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the hottest talk show on the net.
Now, back to the hottest talk show on the net with your host, Russ Sills.
Welcome back to the hottest talk show on the net. It's your boy Russ Sills with the JMO talk show, yours truly, each and every Friday night. Make sure you tell a friend. We here each and every Friday night from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight we have a great show in store for y'all. Tonight we have the Island IV, founder of the Island IV, Mr. Greg Bowen. He's in the building tonight, my virtual guest tonight. So make sure y'all tune in tonight. Tell a friend. We here, man. We have a great show. We have even a surprise for y'all tonight. So make sure y'all keep it locked tonight. But before we get started, make sure I want to let y'all know, listen, if you haven't tuned in, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't liked my YouTube channel, I'm asking y'all to go ahead and do it now. Go to the YouTube channel, youtube.com. On the search button, just type in hashtag JMO Talk Show. Once you search, my YouTube channel page should pull up. Bam. Select, subscribe, like, and you can watch all my shows from last year up to last week. for my happy anniversary, 7th anniversary show. All right. So make sure y'all do that for me. Do that for your boy tonight, man. I would like to see some of y'all join in my YouTube channel. Just go ahead and like the page, and you can keep up. If you missed tonight's show, you can always follow up on it next week. We're gonna definitely have this show on their YouTube channel, most definitely. All right. Shout out to everybody on Facebook Live. I see y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to Islet. Special good night to Islet. Appreciate you, man. My brother Oriel, my sister-in-law Deborah, and of course my one and only, my truly Tiffany Chichester. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate y'all, man. All right. So tonight we have a great show. Mr. Greg Bowen, he's RN. That he's actually living in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and he started a business called the Island IV. We're going to talk to Mr. Greg Bowen and learn more about what is the Island IV. Is it a product? It is a name of a business? We're going to get all of that information tonight. All right, but before we get into the Q&A, let me just give you all a quick little mini bio of Mr. Greg Bowen. Mr. Bowen is 36 years old. He was born and raised in Grenada. He's born in Grenada, raised in New York, and moved to the VI in 2017. So he went from Grenada, New York, the Big Apple, and down to the U.S. Virgin Islands. All right, and then prior to the storms, I guess the Irma Maria, he decided to stay, and he became a full-time nurse in the Virgin Islands. He's been a nurse actually for 10 years, and he's been married for 16 years. He have 2 kids, and again, he started the Island IV, made it official last year, August 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, my virtual guest tonight, Mr. Greg Bowen, the founder of Island IV. Good evening, Greg. How you doing?
Evening, Russ.
Did I do the intro correctly? Did I miss anything? Did I misinterpret anything? Everything was on point?
No, man, I think you got everything correct, man.
Everything correct? Well,
Yeah,
good to see you, man. Good to see you, man. So how's things, man? How's the island life? I mean, you went from hot, cool, back to hot. That's like a triangle. We call that a triangle.
Yeah, well, you remember New York does get hot too, eh? In the summertime.
Yeah, it'll get hot. I would say around August, September is when the states get really, really hot. July, August. But
yeah,
I mean, that's just for like what, 2-3 months? Now you went from huh?
I say about 3 months, yeah.
Okay, we said 3 months. 3 months out of 12 months compared to the Virgin Islands, which is, I would say 90% of the year is hot. Mm-hmm. And it's really hot down there. You know what I'm saying? You will get a suntan in the Virgin Islands, man. So how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just enjoying all this good weather, Shorts and flip-flops, right, you?
Hey, listen, that's the island life, I could tell you, man. Yep. You don't have to dress up. You don't have to put on no suit and tie, flip-flop short pants, and have on your shirt, your company shirt. Keep it moving. Right. And so, don't forget the shades now. You gotta wear your Oakleys, your Ray-Bans.
You gotta protect the eyes, man. You gotta protect the eyes from the sun.
Yes, most definitely, man. So what's happening? You started the Island IV. You started it last year, but actually this was in the making for a while. So let's start about before we get into Island IV. Let's get to know who Greg Bowen is. We basically just give a little detail. You're 36 years old. You're married, and I make sure I see that you make sure you put you're married, because I know a lot of ladies now watching the show like, this is the chocolate brother in the Virgin Islands, bald-headed too. I'm saying, so you make sure you put I'm married for 16 years.
Yeah, well, I have to shout out the wife. She's been holding me down for a while. So I have to make sure she get a shine in that.
Most definitely. Yeah. So your wife is actually in the Virgin Islands with you?
Yeah, man, she's down here. Her and the kids are down here together. All 4 of us are down here together, and she's also a nurse as well, and she works with me in the Island IV.
Okay, so how the kids, how the family, everybody adjusting to the Virgin Islands life, paradise, American's paradise?
Man, The kids love it down here, man. You
They
know, we
love
had
it? Wow.
yeah,
That's what's
man.
up.
I remember when we came down, you know, we used to go to the beach. I mean, geez, damn near every day, man. Sometimes like 5 days a week, you know, we had the beach, you know, leave work, grab them, go to the beach, chill out a little bit. You know, now it kind of cut down because we here on a more long-term basis. So, you know, it's like now we like the locals, you know, so it's like
Yeah,
everybody
locals, yeah. And I
Sunday, Saturday.
Yeah, I find it kind of funny that people who actually live on the island don't really go like beach on a regular. They go
Yeah.
to beach when there's something happening, but
Yeah.
like on a regular. Like for me, I live in the States. So when I go home, I try to go to the beach every day. You see what I'm saying? I've talked to friends, like close friends, Greg, believe it or not, they'll tell me, man, I ain't been to the beach for the whole year. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You
But
kidding
you know,
me?
it's something when you live there, it's I don't know, maybe a little harder to appreciate it because when I lived in New York, believe it or not, I've never been to the Empire State Building. There's a lot. I've never been to the Statue of Liberty. You know, so there's a lot of, and that's a little juxtaposition. You know, it's a lot of things that I never got to really be a tourist in New York. You know, it was either work, school, you know, them kind of things. But
Right.
down here, I kind of got, you know, I get to be a tourist. I could go to the beach a lot and just relax and do sightseeing, you know. So I'm embracing it. I'm embracing a lot of the things I never got to do in New York as a resident in New York.
So have you been back? Have you been back to New York since?
Yeah, man, reluctantly I've been back, man, reluctantly. Just, you know, and it just so happened that most of the times I've been back was in the winter time when it's cold and, you know, but I'm not looking forward to going back. I mean, shout out to New York. Yeah, I still got a lot of good friends there, but yeah, I love the islands.
You love the islands, yes.
Yep.
Everybody will fall in love for some reason. They fall in love with the Virgin Islands, man. I mean, America's paradise, man. They could say what they want. I know everybody have their flaws, but it's just something, man. Just something about the Virgin Islands, the U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John. We just, I guess, are one of a kind. One of a kind.
Yep, man. And plus,
So,
Amazon.
again?
Now, I was saying Amazon still delivers down here, which is important too. You know, I can still get my little Amazon.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What's up with Walmart? Do Walmart deliver down there too?
Yeah, it delivers. I think once you spend over $50 or $100, I think it's free delivery to my knowledge.
Wow. Well, Amazon they are taking this hustle game to another level. I think they're getting into the pharmaceutical business where that you can start getting your prescriptions from Amazon. That is big.
Yep.
That is big.
Man.
Yeah, that is big. And I know the CVS's and the Walgreens, they're going to be highly upset because now instead of you driving to CVS or driving to Walgreens to pick up your stuff, you could actually, you know, have it sent to your house, you know. So that's big. That's big. Maybe that's something that Island IV might need to look into. What do you say? You'll get your IV delivered to the house and then you just come over, plug it in, bam, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's actually, Ross, that's actually part of the business. You know, we do mobile service as well, man. So if you don't have to just come into the office and, I'm sorry, right now I'm in the office, but, you know, if you ain't feeling too good, you don't want to leave your house. You know, you want somebody to come to you and we do that. So we come to your boat, your yacht, your villa, your office, your hotel. If you're on the beach, we'll come to you, you know, wherever you do.
So basically, so let's get into the Island IV now. So I was explaining to my coworker earlier today about, she was asking me, well, who's going to be on your show? So I told her, well, this guy, he's in the medical field. He do IVs. So we're like, oh, okay. So she was thinking that, okay, you know how a lot of people have like group homes at home, like at home group homes, where they are taking care of elders. I said, well, I don't think that's exactly what he does. I think is more to it. So when people hear IV, they're thinking about hospital. Okay, if you hurt, if something happening to you, whatever reason, if you're low on something or you're exhausted, you know, dehydrated, you get IV. Let's talk about that word IV. Let's kind of break it down. What is IV?
Okay,
what
so
IV does?
IV, the two letters IV is just an acronym for intravenous, right? So, and when you talk about intravenous, you're talking about delivering medication intravenously, delivering fluids intravenously, whatever it is. And intravenous means straight into the vein. So it goes into your vein, right into the bloodstream. So that's the basic gist of it. And what we do is, so we deliver, we do IV fluids, we do IV vitamins, we do amino acids, and hopefully within the hopefully sometime next year, we'll do phase 2. We'll be doing different medications like antibiotics and other stuff like that. So if you have some type of infection and, you know, the doctor recognizes, say, all right, well, cool, you need X, Y, Z. And I said, boy, you know, I don't really want to go to the hospital. You know, you may not want to go sit in the hospital for a day or two. You could, you know, reach out to us and we'll come to your house and actually do this for you. Or you could come into our office, get an infusion, go back home. So we're planning this in different phases, but IV is just a way to deliver medication intravenously.
So IV, okay, so I don't want to sound like an idiot, but IV, you know, it sounds like IV, you could get IV from the black market. Is it something that you could order, or is it something that Greg brings and only Greg could have control of that? Like you understand what I'm saying? Is there something where that someone, okay, if they want you to deal with the IV, how you set up the IV? Can I go to Plaza Extra and get some IV? You know what I'm saying? So how can people get the IV, or is it black market, or is it something that only a medical person could get?
Well, only a medical person can actually get that. Seriously, you're supposed to have an ordering physician with a medical license to be able to get these stuff in.
Gotcha. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so I just wanted to make that clear because I don't want nobody, you know, thinking that they could go to Amazon.
Yeah, and you can run down to Costco and pick it up. Cautious, Price Smart, Walgreens, you're not going to be able to just grab it from those places.
Right. I don't want them to assume that, you know, they could just go to the store and pick it up and say, well, tell Greg come over and plug it in for me and da. No, you have to have some kind of medical clearance to get IV. You know what I'm saying? IV is not something that, like sugar, go and get sugar from the sugar cane or sugar field or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
Not at all. Good. All right. So what make you became like got into the nurse occupation? I looking at you, Greg. You look like a manager. A manager for a media company, or I'm looking at you. When I saw the picture, I said, man, he looked like he's a director of WTJX or something. Not a nurse, you know what I'm saying? So what made you get into the medical field? And that's a good question. That's a good question because I myself was a field technician for all my years. And I got into the medical field, but I'm not on the clinical side. I'm on the money side.
Gotcha.
What made you become a nurse, though? That's from Grenada, especially. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, it was basically a need to help people, right? I like helping people. I like interacting with people, and nursing kind of provided the perfect opportunity for that. And what a lot of people don't know about nursing is that nursing is so versatile, and it has come so far from when it first began. Is that you can basically write your own ticket with nursing. You know, you could go anywhere around the world and work. You can work in any specialty you want. It's, you know, for instance, like a lot of doctors specialize, right? You have a doctor who might be a surgeon, and once you're a surgeon, they'll be a particular surgeon. They'll do a particular type of surgeries. Or you might have a primary care doctor who do specific things. Now, a nurse can work with all of these different specialties, you know? So today, if I get bored and I say, well, but I don't even like doing IVs, or I don't like doing, because my background is in oncology, and I say, well, I don't even want to do oncology anymore. I could pick up and go do orthopedics. I could do med surg. I can work in an office building. I could work in employee health program or something like that. You know, there's so many different ways you could do. Right. You could do nurse informatics. You could do nursing where you never have to touch a patient. You never have to deal with a needle or blood or anything like that. You could be a triage nurse. You could just call up and say, well, but you know, my foot hurting me, and the nurse could tell you, okay, well, check this, check that. You know, let's FaceTime, look at this. So it's come so far. But
you know, Greg, we need to have a lot more African American, Caribbean Black men to get into the medical field, because I'm shaking my head and I'm like, wow, like you would never go broke with that profession. You would never go broke, and you will always stay busy. You have named over 5 occupations just now where that you could tap in. Okay, like you say, I don't want to do RN today. I could do orthopedics. I could do a triage nurse. I could,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And that's work. That's work. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I like. That's what I'm telling a lot of brothers now that listen, long ago, our parents or our father or mother told us that you gotta work hard. Nowadays you gotta work smart.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
man.
You gotta work smart. Ain't no more working hard. You can work hard or work smart. You know what I'm saying? But that whole emphasis of you gotta work hard, meaning that you gotta go out there and you know what I'm saying, dig trenches and you know what I'm saying? Not taking anything away from builders now or construction workers. But nowadays, especially when you're getting up in age, you gotta work smart. You can work hard, but work smart. Because you just named about over 5 occupations or departments that you could do work in and still make your money. You see what I'm saying? So that's good, man. We really need to start influencing a lot of young men that look, man, get into the medical field. Get into the medical field. That's where the money at. You already don't see the whole pandemic. My next question to you, Greg, how you started the business last year, August 2020. And last year we could have just kind of write off 2020. 2020 was a very emotional year for a lot of us.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
made
man.
you decided to start the business in 2020 rather than try to make sure that I'm safe, my kids safe, my wife is safe, you know what I'm saying, and go out there and do what your occupation is, which is to help people. But what made you decided to start a business last year during the pandemic?
To be honest with you, I started the process before the pandemic, and if anybody listening is familiar with the politics of opening a business in the Virgin Islands, it can be kind of tedious sometimes, depending on what type of business you want to get into. In order to open this business, I was told that I needed a certificate of need from the Department of Health, right? And that took a long time. It took almost a year. So even though I opened the business in August of 2020, I put in the application. I started the process like a year before that. It just took a long time to actually get all the paperwork in order, and get the proper approvals to do it. And going back to a part of your question about, why I decided to do it during the pandemic and, so I still work full time, I still work full time for 2 different doctors, and I and I do island IV, whenever I can. So it's during after hours, weekends, and I have a couple of nurses who work with me that, if I'm working and somebody needs something, I could just send them out on the call. So I still have my hand in a lot of different parts right now.
Right. So you say you and your wife started the business Island IV.
Yeah.
Is she in the medical field as well?
Yeah, she's a nurse.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Man, you straight. You straight.
Yeah, man. So much, Russ. So on the weekends, if I go out and I drink a lot and I come home, boy, and I ain't feeling good, I sit down on the toilet and stuff coming out this end, stuff coming out that end, So she just
that's what I put the IV in there. Yeah. Listen, I talked to a Dr. Greg, and I asked her, if she was taking the vaccine, and she said no. And Caribbean doctor, they no man, I ain't taking that. She had her reasons. No, it wasn't nothing but politics. She does have a reason. She's one more of those doctors that grew up, working out, taking vitamins. She take vitamins every day. She work out. She's fit. So she was like, I'm very skeptical of what I put into my temple. She explained it to me, and I respect that. And I asked, and she mentioned to me that she said that, if I get dehydrated a lot when I'm working out, if I push myself, I just go and just put an IV in me and I'm okay. This was what she told me. So I never I like IV. So I'm thinking like, did she just come to the hospital every time she get dehydrated or whatever and pop an IV? Not knowing now when I met you and I saw what you do, I said, oh, okay, I see what I'm saying? She could go and do it herself. So I mentioned it to her that, hey, I have a gentleman that you know, he's in the IV business, and I was telling her that you're back home in my hometown, and she's like, oh really? And then I was like, I remember you told me that you know put IV. She said, yeah man, you know, if I dehydrated or whatever, I just put an IV in it and I good to go. But she said, yeah, I'm very protective with my temple, and that's why I'm not taking the vaccine. Not saying that, oh, the vaccine gonna kill you. It wasn't no conversation with that. It was just her belief, her, you know, spiritual and her belief that, look, I'm fit. I do what I supposed to do from a small age up to now. She's good. And I tell her, I understand. So when the IV now, everything was coming together, the IV. So what actually is inside this IV that makes people better? Because I had IV pumped inside of me before, and I felt good. I actually would went to the emergency room one time for chest pains, you know, and my job thought I was having a heart attack. So they admitted me to the adult hospital, you know what I'm saying, for precautions. And, you know, they put the IV in my hand at my job. And then when I was transferred, they still had this stuff in my hand. So when I get to the hospital, they just connect it, the IV into the tube, whatever. And I ain't gonna lie, Greg, I felt good. I felt good. I was like, what the hell is inside this thing? So tell us a little bit about, I don't know if you want to get into detail, but what is actually inside of this liquid that makes people feel better? And I've seen where kids come in and they crying, they just stop, you know, just crying out, they crying their ears out. And once they get an IV inside of that child, you'll hear that child cry for the rest of the night. So what is actually inside that IV?
So that's I can tell you what's inside my IVs. As far as what, as far as what that child may have gotten or what you may have gotten, I have no idea. And you know, so IVs are different, right? Every for different conditions, you could get different things. So for dehydration, and so going back to what you were saying with the doctor, she said, you know, she works out, she sweats a lot, she might get dehydrated, she pops the IV in, right? So that's probably just normal saline she uses. And normal saline, it just rehydrates the body. You know, we are about, maybe about 60 to 70% of our body weight is water. And once that goes off, it kind of throws off our equilibrium. We don't necessarily think right. It inhibits our optimal functioning. So saline, the normal saline that's in some of these IVs just helps to rehydrate you and to get your body back to that balance it needs. Now, my IVs, we also have the option of adding vitamins to it, right? So you can get vitamin C, you can get B12, you can get B complex, you can get magnesium.
So all these stuff is in a liquid, all of those stuff, but I take those stuff in tablets, but you could get it, all of those stuff in an IV?
Yep, you could put it, so I got one right behind me right now. You could put all that stuff in an IV bag. Going back, you said you take it in tablet, right? You take it orally. Right. So of course, what we take in by mouth, there's always, not much of it gets absorbed, right? So if you absorb 50% of what you take in by mouth, then you're possibly lucky. The IV form now, it goes straight into your bloodstream, and so 100% of it is available to your body to absorb as much as it can. You know, so that's the difference between taking it by mouth and taking it intravenously. Now, also with taking it by mouth, some people have gastritis or they have GI problems where they don't absorb stuff properly, you know?
Right.
So that's another benefit to taking it intravenously, taking an IV. It's like I said, it goes straight to the blood system, it bypasses our GI tract, and you can absorb it right away.
So basically, the liquid just goes straight to the problem, whereas with the tablet, it takes a couple hours for it to dilute, dissolve, and start working. So I take my tablets when I get home in the morning from work. You know what I'm saying? So you're saying that maybe when it's time for me to get ready to go to work in the following evening is when it starts to kick in. So it's not going to kick in an hour or two once I take it. That's what you're saying with the tablet part.
Well, I'm not saying that exactly. I'm saying that when you take it in by mouth, only a small percentage of it gets absorbed into your body. Now, as far as it kicking in, like for instance, if you take Benadryl, I mean, Benadryl tends to kick in, I mean, within
30
like
minutes.
half an hour or so. You know,
Yeah.
so I can't actually say that it'll, you know, it doesn't kick in until the next day. So actually, your body starts absorbing it. It's just your body only absorbs a small portion of it.
Okay. And with the IV, it does go straight to wherever
Straight in your blood.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
To backtrack a little bit to the doctor who does the infusions when she gets dehydrated. So, for instance, like I have IVs that are geared towards like athletic performance, and I work out on a regular basis. And if I, for instance, have a busy day and I'm like, man, I didn't drink enough water today, and I really want to go work out, I just pop in an IV, you know, hydrate myself and go off and do my thing, or I'll wait till after the workout to pop in one. So you could do it either before your workout, after your workout, you know, just to get you feeling the way you need to feel. So, and by the way, I'm sitting on this. This is just water I'm drinking. It's not.
Gotcha. Drinking some. Actually, I'm drinking some ginger ale and some water. So let me ask you a question. So it doesn't matter how many IVs you take per day, or is it like a limit? Like okay, if you're gonna take an IV, you should only take one time a day.
So there's a limit. You can actually overhydrate yourself. Now that varies by person, right? So because just like they say you should drink maybe 8 glasses of water a day, I'm not gonna tell my little son to drink 8 glasses of water a day. It varies by person. It varies by how dehydrated you are. So for instance, the most I'll give is 2 liters. Like if you're severely dehydrated and you come into me, I could pump 2 liters into you and perk you up very quickly.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
So one of the biggest problem that you get from your guests, your patients, is that
the clients. I like the word clients.
Okay. One of the biggest problems that you get from your clients is sticking people. I see that people don't like to get stick. I don't like to get stick. It's now that it's a common thing now. Like every year we have to get our flu shots at our job. Of course, I did the vaccine. You know, I rarely, back in the days when I was small, I probably could remember once or twice in my whole teenage life, kid life, that I got choked. You know what I'm saying? That I remember. Yeah. I can't remember when I had my immunization shots when I was a baby, whatever. But as far as I know myself, probably once or twice. So growing up to a man now, I go into the doctor every 6 months for a checkup. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got to draw blood. Everything is draw blood now to check, so they're choking you. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be like, man, you know, like getting them a hard time, but now it's common. So I'm just asking you, is that one of the biggest problems that you have with your clients? That, you know, oh man, Greg got to choke me. And just in case if he can't find a vein or whatever, he got to choke me again. Oh man.
So listen, I have to speak for myself. I'll be honest with you. It's very rare for me to miss an IV. I'm that good. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. I'm gonna toot my own horn. It's very rare. What? And you can talk to any one of my patients. 9 times out of 10, I will get that. 9 times out of 10, I will get it on the first try. Wow. And I think part of my thing is too, like if I know that you're afraid of IVs, I just talk to you. I'll talk you down. I'll talk you off the cliff, you know, and before you know it, you're laughing and the IV is in and you even know that. You didn't realize what happened. Yeah.
Like I said, that is big, Greg. That is big. Because I've seen growth.
Remember, I've been doing this about over 10 years. So it's not like, well, you know, a newer nurse or a newer person, you know, they may have a little issue and fumbling around with stuff, but I'm very confident in what I do. Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah. Hey, that is big, man, because I'm telling you, I've seen people freak out. Yeah, and imagine, because even when like I say, when I had to go and get an IV in me, they couldn't find a vein. So the girl was choking me and she couldn't find it, so she had to call another tech. And the guy came in and he hit it one time. So I was like saying to myself, why did they call him in the first time? She got chucking me and she couldn't find it. And she see that I was getting kind of like antsy. So that's why she called a guy and he hit it one time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you saying that you catching it at one swing, that is big, man. I commend you for that, man, because there ain't too much people like to get choked, man. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah,
So,
like I said, nine times out of get it on the first shot.
So my next question to you, Greg, is out of all the Caribbean islands, why did you choose the Virgin Islands? There has to be a reason why you chose the Virgin Islands. And this is a trick question. Is it actually a good question, but it's actually a trick question. And I hope you're gonna say something good that gonna really all the Virgin Islanders that is listening say, "Oh, he's so sweet."
You know,
what really made you choose the Virgin Islands out of all the Caribbean islands?
I wish there was a specific reason. So I kind of have to backtrack my story, right? So back in September of 2016, my wife and I, we packed up our stuff and we was like, you know, we're getting out of New York. We're tired of these winters. We ain't want to be here no more. So we left New York and we went to Grenada and we were down. They just kind of, I was just doing nothing, you know, just in New York, I was working 2 jobs. So I'm like, man, I'm just go to Grenada and relax and just, you know, put my foot up. My mom was there, you know, mommy cooking and thing, you know, mommy treating me like a baby again. So, I did that for a few months, maybe like 3 to 4 months or so. Then of course you get bored and I couldn't find an oncology nurse job in Grenada. And I just went on Indeed one day and I looked for oncology nurse and one popped up in the Virgin Islands and that was it. Wow. I had a telephone interview and they flew me over. I had a face-to-face interview and they hired me and I moved here.
Wow. Okay.
But wait. So after I came here, you know, this was like my plan B job, right? So I had already accepted a job in Qatar. So anybody familiar with Qatar? It's in the Middle East. It's you know, next to Saudi Arabia, you know, way out there. Right. So I accepted a job there that was supposed to start in January 2018. And I was like, all right, cool, I'll go to the Virgin Islands for a year and, you know, work and, you know, chill out, just hang around for a little bit. And after being here for like 3 months, I called the people up in Qatar and I was like, hey guys, I'm not coming anymore. You know, I fell in love with the place. So yeah. So I came on a whim, but I stayed because I fell in love with the islands.
See, I know he would have hit it home. I know he was going to hit it home. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if anybody that listening to that last answer from Mike Greg, give him a thumbs up. Give him a thumbs up on the Facebook Live, man, because that I know he was going to hit it home. He fall in love with the Virgin Islands. How about that? You know what I'm saying? That is big, man. A lot of us will take our Virgin Islands, our homegrown, our island for granted. And we got a lot to offer, man. Believe it or not. We got a lot to offer, man. If you're just joining us, we have Mr. Island IV himself. He's the co-founder of the new business in the Virgin Islands, Island IV. If you know, for whatever reason, dehydrated or you just need some kind of boost, hit up Greg, you know, in the Virgin Islands. And he serviced now St. Thomas, not just St. Thomas, St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John. Hit him up. He could get that IV to your house, wherever you at. Like you say, you could be on a boat, you could be at a yacht, you could be at the beach, you could be at your home, you could even be in the village, jumping up.
Hey, hold on.
Johnny King. He will find you.
Russ, hold on. Let me plug something real quick. So I'm speaking of St. Croix. If anybody on St. Croix listening, June 18th and 19th, I'm flying over. We're doing a pop-up clinic. So we're gonna be at in Sunny Isle, the medical center there, Suite 8B. We're gonna be doing infusion. So anybody interested, you can reach out to us, 340-727-0220. And I would love to have a like a hydration station for St. Croix Carnival in December. Yeah, man. If I could work it out, I'd set up a little hydration station. So after all, you drink all your vodka, you just come to my tent and get a little boost up, and we're good to go. We go hit the road.
Listen, the U.S. Division of Festivals. Listen, this is something big. This is something big. This is being precautious, or this is part of drinking responsibly, or making sure people get home safe, or make sure everybody don't pass out. We don't have any, anything on our hands that we could regret. Hit up Mr. Greg Bowen, Island IV. Like he said, he could have a station right there in the village, right there. That if people feeling dehydrated or for some reason, they drink too much and they eat or they eat whatever, Mr. Island IV is right there, could get you going, make sure you get home safe. That's great, man. So anybody that listening to this show right now that is part of the Department of Tourism or Department of Division of Festivals, Halva, Ian, Angela, whoever is listening, Mr. Bashelty, listen, man, hit up Greg. He have an awesome business here that is well needed. We like to party. Caribbean people like to party. Let's just call it what it is. We like to party. However, we tend to, go over our boundaries, I should say. I won't use the word D-R-U-N-K. I won't say that. We go over our boundaries. However, instead of we, sleeping on the ground or sleeping someplace elsewhere, go to the tent, get your IV in, you make sure you're good, and send you about your way. If you have insurance, which, do you take local insurance?
No, we don't take insurance right now. Everything is pay out of pocket, but our prices.
Okay, all right.
But
so how much would be what's the average price for IV? Infusion?
Average price is $150.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
But that ain't bad because what? The emergency room is more. So if he could get you up and going for 150, if he could get you up and running for 150 and send you about your way, hey, you might wake up the next day and say, lad, I get that man $150, but it won't be like, you know what? I feel good. Whatever he did to me, I feel good. You know what I'm saying? At 150, man, we blow 150 at parties. You know what I'm saying? So 150 is nothing. I mean, back then, we could have said 150 a lot, but we're getting stimulus checks, we're getting tax return checks. You know what I'm saying? 150 ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
No, but to feel better in the morning, and you don't have to wake up with a headache, you don't have to be dehydrated. I think it's worth it. And besides the partying aspect, there's a lot of other implications we can use this for. Like if any woman that's out there listening who's had a child before, they may or may not have had a rough first trimester with the nausea, vomiting, and the last thing you want to do is go sit in somebody's emergency room during that time, man. You could just call us up, we come to the house, pop an IV in you, got you feeling better again, and we out the door.
Wow. Also, so the process takes how long?
To get the IV, or from start to finish?
No, the whole infusion process, or coming. Okay. We're not talking about getting to the destination, starting the whole process from start to finish. How long does it take?
Oh, it takes like half an hour, 45 minutes.
Okay,
to get
not
the
bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. 30, 45 minutes, That's quicker than going to the ED, emergency room, and staying for 2-3 hours.
2-3 hours. If you're lucky, 2-3 hours.
That's what I'm saying, 2-3 hours just to get triage. That's not going, you're not going to the room yet. That's just for a nurse to talk to you and ask you what's going on. 2-3 hours, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Come on here, infusion, keep it moving. Let's go, 150.
Come on.
Do you accept Apple Pay?
Not yet.
Hey, listen, I gotta ask because a gentleman asked me last night, he had a copay, his son had a copay, and he asked me, do y'all accept Apple Pay? I said, no, sir, we don't. So it's just something that I thought about yesterday.
We don't accept Apple Pay, but what I'm working on a system where I should be able to accept cryptocurrency. I want to be able to accept crypto. Yeah, man, come with your Bitcoin, your Dogecoin, your Ethereum, whatever coin you have.
That's
man,
big.
I want to cryptocurrency.
That's
soon.
big. That's big. That's big. Yeah. I'm telling you, that's big. That is big, Greg. That is big. People eyes open up now. What? Yeah, that is big. Come with your cryptocurrency. We accept that. Not yet. Not yet. But hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. It's coming. So let me get into just some stuff about, we're going to kind of come out of the Q&A with the Island Ivy. Let's talk about you. What are some of the things that you like to do in the Virgin Islands if you're not working? What are some of the things that you like to do, and what is some of your favorite meals, favorite food from the Virgin Islands?
Favorite food from the Virgin. I love a fried fish and Johnny cake, man. Yeah, fried fish and Johnny cake. And if it's a steamed fish, I don't mind eating with like a fungi.
Okay.
And yeah, like so I'm a pescatarian, right? So I mainly eat seafood and mainly seafood, fruits, vegetables, and stuff like that. So you won't hear me talk about chicken and pork and beef and those other things. You know, not I ain't knocking it, you know, to each his own.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like a lot of seafood, man. So when I'm done cookie point, you know, I get me a nice like a fried fish and just kick back on the beach and relax and watch water rolling in. Yeah.
Yeah. You like lobster? You do eat lobster?
Yeah, man, I like lobster. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. So what are some of the stuff that you like to do in your spare time in the Virgin Islands? You said that you work out a lot, so you spend a lot of time in the gym?
Not really, man. I mainly work out outside, and I shout out to my personal trainer, Will, at Willpower Fitness. We do a lot of calisthenics, a lot of push-ups, pull-ups, you know, crunches, like do a lot of stuff with our body weight. And when I'm not doing that, I like to just spend time at the beach, man. I like to hang out with my boys, you know, go kick the ball a little bit, swim, you know, just chill out. But I spend a lot of time on the beach. I think I may have gotten a couple shades darker since I've been down here.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
that's what's up, man. So do you watch sports? Do you watch like NBA, anything?
Unfortunately, no, man. No, I watch no sports. No. And
Really?
a lot of people see me and they think I'm athletic. Like, yeah, man, you look like you play sports. Nah, I can't even shoot a ball. I can't. Nah.
So you're not keeping up with the NBA playoffs?
I ain't keeping up with no sports.
Well, that's a first. That's a first that we haven't met. I haven't met Virgin Islander or someone that lives in the Virgin Islands that doesn't like the Lakers. You know, they got eliminated last night. It is after the toilet savage out there, because I know a lot of Laker fans listening right now. But yeah, the LeBron. I know you know who LeBron is.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I know all the different sports figures. I know about it, but I just never could sit down and watch a game. You know. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so one more question, and then we're gonna let the listeners know our surprise for this evening. All right, so my last question to you is for the Q&A is my last question to you is, okay, Ivy is your most popular product. The IV bag.
Yeah.
What else is a product that you use every day? What is that product that you like is something that is valuable? Something that, okay, without this product, without this instrument, I can't do my work. You know, Island IV will go down the drain, or we will have some serious problems. So my question to you is, instrument or product, what is valuable to you right now?
The most valuable thing to me right now?
Yes.
This up here, man. Let's look at see this big head I have. Yeah. It's not a particular instrument or anything like that. Really and truly is this, you know, this is what keeps it going for me, you know, and I don't mean to give you a kind of roundabout answer, but that's really what it is. You know, I mean, all the different instruments we use, whether it's the needles, the catheters, the tubing, the different products, whether it's the vitamin C, the glutathione. I mean, people love these things, but you know, this is what it is. This is what I can work with. This is the most valuable thing.
That's big. That is big. That's a great answer. I mean, people believe it or not that, you know, I have to have a hammer. If I can't have a hammer, I can't do my work. Or I need to have a level. If I can't have a level, I can't do my work. You say once you have this here up here, that is very smart. You know what I'm saying? you can get anything done once you know what you're doing, or believe
Yep.
it, like you say, you trust and believe yourself what you're doing. And I hope a
Yep.
lot of young men that is listening right now saw that last answer. I wasn't expecting you to say that, and that's big. I like that. You know what I'm saying? And most definitely, we have to get our young black men into the medical field, man. Because believe it or not, no disrespect, and I just gonna just voice my opinion. Of course, it's an opinionated show. You know, you've seen a lot of doctors. You know, when you go to the either whatever the children hospital, adult hospital, where the most race that you see is either Indian, white. Don't get me wrong. Yes, we do have black doctors out there. I'm not taking nothing away from our black nurses, black doctors. But let's keep it 100. A lot of doctors that you see is white doctors, Caucasian doctors, Indian doctors. And we need to see more of us getting into that field. And don't get me wrong, I'm just going based on what I'm seeing.
I understand.
There are a lot of nurses and doctors out there that is African American or Caribbean descent, or you know what I'm saying, people of color. Yes, we do have it out there, but we need to see more of them. Because every emergency room, every 1 or 2 African American doctor, whatever, male, female, you're gonna see 10 Indian doctor, 10 Caucasian doctor. Am I lying, Greg?
Oh, you're right.
Let's keep it real. So what I'm saying is, and the point that I'm trying to say is that, don't get me wrong, I'm not taking away anything from those doctors. They're good at what they do. But I'm saying that let us be in there. Let us be up there with them. When I say us, African American, black people, let's see more of us, meaning that I've seen where a doctor could go in a room and just say, just talk to the parent, ask them questions, whatever, and make his diagnosis or make his determination what the problem is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably won't check no vitals, nothing, and go. And the reason why, you see doctors doing it is because people trust them. They figure like, okay, the Indian doctor, what he's saying makes sense. Oh, he's a Caucasian doctor, what he's saying makes sense. Let the African Americans be in that field as well, meaning that people could trust us with their life. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
We need to see more of us in these rooms, treating these kids, treating these dialysis patients, treating these adult patients. We need to see more of us. So again, when we started the show that, you know what I'm saying, our ancestors tell us you gotta work hard, Russell, and Bill and this and that. But now we in 2021, we're not working hard anymore. We're working smart. And just to piggyback on what your last answer was when you put this here, you work smart. You work smart that you could spend a lot of time with your kids, kick ball with them at the beach, work out, this and that. You're working smart that you could spend a lot of time with your kids, your family, your wife, etc. You see what I'm saying? And that's all we need to start instilling in our black men. You don't have to work hard anymore. Work smart. You know what I'm saying? We don't, the only job out there is not a construction worker or working on the roads. And again, I ain't taking nothing away from anyone. If that's what you want to do, fine. But we need to really get our brothers and sisters in these emergency rooms, in these offices, and have wearing a lot of white jackets.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's my opinion. That's just my rant for the evening. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, we need to see what you're doing is great. And I know a lot of people, when you talk to them and they were like, oh, you don't look, I know you heard this before. You don't look like a nurse. Or I would never thought that you're in the medical field. Am I lying, Greg?
Oh, you're absolutely right, man.
That's what I'm saying. They look at you as maybe a trainer, a fitness trainer, or somebody that, you know, a manager for a store or something. When they say, no, I'm a nurse, I'm my own business, they were like, oh, really? Conversations change. They look at you different. They respect you, their eyes open up, you know what I'm saying? You know, and that's what we need. We need more of you out there. And they're out there, but we need to see more of us. That's all I have to say. So so tonight we have a special segment. I'm gonna let Greg let the listeners know what he's about to do.
All right, cool. So definitely, I know a lot of people have questions about IV therapy, what it is, how to do it. You know, so tonight we're gonna do a little demonstration. So bear with me here while I.
So what Greg is going to do, we have a client that is here with him tonight, and he's actually going to do an infusion. So he's going to show you what he do for a living. And tonight, our client of tonight is Miss Islet. Hi, Miss Islet. How you doing?
I'm good.
First, let me tell you, you're doing an awesome job working out, man. I follow you, Islet. I admire your determination. And I even inbox Islet. I said, Islet, like, what made you get into this working out? Like, you go hard. You make me look like a chump. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. Islet really go hard, man. Islet lifting weights, doing push-up. I could barely do one push-up. You know what I'm saying? Islet be going hard, man. So you know, Islet, congratulations or whatever you do, man. Keep doing it. You look good. You look good.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna let you have it, Greg. Go ahead and let the listeners know your demonstration. So on my Facebook live, people, I want you to just kind of look carefully. This is what Island IV really is.
Come on, so let me get this. I'm gonna start an IV on her. We got a bag of I don't know if you guys can see it here. Oh yeah, you can. We got a bag of saline. I'm gonna get this started. Let's see.
All right, so inside the bag, Greg, is inside the IV bag, what we have inside the IV bag, because you did say earlier that you could have like B12, vitamin C, etc. So you say you have saline, and what else is in the bag?
Okay. It's just a saline. There's no additives. So what happens sometimes? A lot of these vitamins, they give you a lot of extra energy, and based on the time of the night, you know, I want her to be able to fall asleep later. So we ain't doing nothing to give her no boost.
Okay, so we want IV. Oh, they start lifting weights at 12 o'clock midnight, and people want to know what's going on.
We're trying to go for all that.
Yeah, we could dig to the morning.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry if you guys, based on the angle, you can't see too well, but I'm just getting my supplies together right now.
So this is just a demonstration how that you could be anywhere on the island, and this is what you do. You have your IV bag, you have the thing that holds it up, everything. So all of that comes with you when you go and do your infusion. Is that correct?
Yep. I bring everything with me. The pool. All you got to do is be there and
just show up. Okay.
Yep. Just show up.
All right. So Greg said that in one choke. He makes it in one choke. So we're gonna just be careful. I'm not gonna get him distracted. I'm gonna let Greg do what he do. And he said on one choke, he make it right on one choke. So we're gonna watch and see. I'm putting you at the spot, Greg.
Yeah, man. One and done.
And as y'all can see, Greg have on his gloves. You know what I'm saying? That is very important. Very important. Very important. And everything that you saw, he was ripping it out. So there's actually brand new stuff, nothing used. Everything was in the bag. I'm watching, Greg. I'm watching. There we go. Look at that. One shot. One shot. That ain't even take 5 seconds or less. Wow. Wow. That is big, Greg. That is big. That is big.
But like I said, you know, I've been doing this so many, many years. So, you know, it kind of becomes second nature after a while.
Wow. That's awesome.
It is flowing. So I'll do a little close up for you guys in a minute.
Shout out to everybody on Facebook Live. Tony T, all the way from Japan. I see you, cuz. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you, man. Marsha Edwards, thank you for tuning in. Dorian Trim, thank you for tuning in. V.I. Roro, thank you for tuning in. Kayamba, big up yourself. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, Lolo, Hodge Fredericks, thank you for tuning in. Susan McGrath, all the way from California, thank you for tuning in. Love Contagious, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all share the live again. If you haven't like and subscribe my YouTube channel, make sure you go to youtube.com and search JMO, hashtag JMO Talk Show, and go ahead and subscribe to the JMO Talk Show channel. Appreciate y'all, man. So if you miss the infusion part that he just did, Greg Bowen, you can always go back next week and watch how he did it, okay? So he's bringing it closer to y'all to see exactly the whole setup. Go ahead, Greg.
Cool. So this is the IV in the arm, and you see that drip, drip, drip. There we go. So what I do sometimes is I use a device like this, which is called a pressure bag, and we just add it.
So you said the process takes about 30, 45 minutes. So that bag would actually go empty in 45 minutes.
More closer to a half an hour.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So 45 minutes without the pressure bag, but so when you're dehydrated, the goal is to get the fluids into you as fast as possible, right?
Gotcha.
So we sometimes use the pressure bag to just kind of, it squeezes the bag a little bit and make the fluids go in a little faster.
Makes sense. So Island, how you feeling right now? How you feeling?
Good.
You feeling good? You can feel the IV pumping inside your hand? Can you feel it? Can you feel the IV it's going inside your hand?
In the beginning, but no, I don't feel it going in my head.
Oh, okay. Okay. So how Island, the next question to you. How much do you commonly does this infusion every time you get dehydrated, or give and take like once a month, once a week?
I suffer from migraines, so when I get my migraines, he gives me the infusion, and when I travel, I get my infusion as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Greg,
hold on. Now, I was saying prior to traveling, like she do a little immune boost. So we do some vitamin C, some glutathione, some zinc, just to give the body an extra boost, a little protection when you're going on the road. And but yeah, like she said, once you get the migraines, I usually give her an infusion to help relieve those.
Okay, so my question to you is, so she suffered from migraine, and that's why she take it, and also dehydration as well, and when she's traveling. So a bag like this, that's one. Let's say if for some reason I take an infusion tonight, right now.
Yeah.
Right. How long does that bag last, or that infusion last? Does it last like 48 hours, 24 hours, a whole week?
So that's a tricky question to answer, because it really depends on, one, your metabolism, two, how dehydrated you are and actually what you use it for. So if you're dehydrated and I gave you 2 bags of, if you're like severely dehydrated, right, and I give you 2 bags of saline, that will probably last, it's hard to say. It's hard to say how long it lasts. So because
Gotcha.
how we rehydrate you, and now you have to kind of maintain it by you doing the oral hydration, So we're possibly talking maybe 24 hours, 48 hours, but within that time, you will feel better again. You're going to feel normal. It's not to say, well, after 24 hours, you're going to feel like crap again. It hydrates you and gets your body back to that hemodynamic stability, that homeostasis.
Gotcha. So how's business, man? Is business booming? Or is it people finally catching on? Or a lot of people learn hip to Island IV, and you stay busy, phone running, is ringing off the hook. How is business right now?
Well, I don't want to lie to you and tell you it's ringing up the hook. You know, we have a steady clientele that we get like every day. You know, we get new calls from clients who, you know, interested in the products and stuff like that. So right now it's just a matter of getting the word out, letting people know that, hey, this service is actually here on the island and you can use it. And what I've found that right now, I mean, tourism in the USVI is booming, right? I mean, everybody coming down here. The tourists who come down, they're already familiar with it. If you're coming from New York, Atlanta, Miami, you know, these facilities, there's a lot of med spas that do these things and have somebody come out to you. So they're already hip to it. So they'll reach out to me and say, oh, cool, I saw you on, I found you on Google. Can you come over to my villa and do something, you know? So I feel like the local crowd are still getting into it, but a lot of tourists, they're already aware and they've been using the service.
Awesome. You just imagine if when the cruise ship line open up, man, I can see Island IV going in, every going in, coming back out, going in, coming back out. I mean, I could see it because I'm telling you, business will be booming and people have, like you said, we haven't catch on it as yet. But I guarantee you, you know, next 5 years or so, I will be seeing you like, you'll be like, hey, Russ, man, business is good. I would like to be a sponsor of your show. I'll be like, wow, that's big, Greg. That's big. That's a little plug right there. That's a little, throwing it in the air right there. You know what I'm saying? I was throwing it in there, you know.
I like that, man. I like that.
But yeah, I mean, this is good. This is good. I mean, like I said, you know, we Caribbean people, they grow up with, you know, taking vitamins or going in the bush and picking down some lemongrass and some sap and boiling it and this and that. So we grew up with that type of fusion, I should say. However, this what you do right here, it gets to the point, it gets, you know, it makes you rehydrated like in minutes. Like you say, in an hour tops, you should be good to go, man. You would never feel that you've been dehydrated. You know what I'm saying? Doing it this way. Whereas, you know, we old school, we gotta drink tea and drink tea and drink tea and things.
So yeah, man, drink some coconut water, drink this, drink that. I mean, and nothing wrong with that, you know. Nothing wrong with
nothing wrong with what we say. Nothing wrong with what we say. We just compare it. So let's letting the herbalists that is listening to us right now. We're not knocking y'all. We're not trying to take business away from y'all. We're not saying that, oh, we supporting Greg and we're not supporting the herbalists over here. No, we're not saying that. We're just comparing. That's all we say. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. So Greg, before you go, you want to give the listeners all your information. When I say all, telephone number, social media, your office address, you know, or where they could contact you. I'm gonna let you have it.
All right, cool. The office address is the VI Medical Foundation building. We're at 9150 Estate Thomas in Suite 203B as in boy. You can call us at 340-727-0220. I'm going to say that one more time, 340-727-0220. Our website is island-iv.com. Facebook is Island IV USVI, and our Instagram is island_IV. So those are all the ways.
I gotta start following you on IG as well.
Yeah, man.
Yes. Most definitely, man. So Greg, again, let the listeners know how much this infusion, how much it costs, and again, let them know anything that you want them to know as far as, you know, getting into, you know,
You broke up for a while.
Okay, I was saying to let the listeners know how much this infusion, how much the cost is, the price, and if there's anything that, as far as like that, if diabetics could come to you or people who suffering from some kind of underlying issues, can they still come to you? I'm gonna let you address that as well.
So the basic IV infusion costs $150. We have other products that are cheaper than that, like a B12 shot, vitamin D shot. You know, it costs a little less. And with the IV fluids, you can also add different vitamins to it. As far as patients who can come to us, I mean, there's a couple factors that would exclude you from getting IV fluids, and that's like kidney disease, congestive heart failure. So anybody on dialysis, like we probably wouldn't do this to you, because it's a bit of your kidneys may not be able to handle it. Well, yeah, you know what I mean. That's...
What about a pregnant woman?
Oh, yeah. Well, so for the pregnant women, actually, what we can do is, like if you're pregnant in like the first trimester, we could definitely give you IV fluids, right? Especially like if you're having what's called hyperemesis gravidum, where you can't keep anything down, just nausea, vomiting the whole time. Then come to us, we'll give you some nausea medicine, we'll hydrate you, or we come to you. You don't want to leave your house, we come to you, hydrate you, and then we're on our way.
Most definitely. Yeah. Well, Greg, man, I appreciate you, man. Like I said, you know, once the Virgin Islands is fully open to capacity, I could see Island IV doing big things. And again, if anyone from the Department of Tourism or the Division of Festivals, just throwing it out there, just throwing a plug, hit up Greg Bowen, man. This is something that I personally think is well needed, especially if we're going to be getting back into the village festivities. You know, we have Greg Bowen with his setup under a tent. You know, if anybody partying or having a good time and for some reason they're feeling dehydrated or for some reason feel like they're going to pass out, they could just go over to the tent, plug in the IV infusion, and we're good to go. So this is just something. Let's make it happen. Let's, you know, we could make it happen, Mr. Bushelty, Commissioner Bushelty. Let's make it happen.
Festival, man. Hydration station, Island IV.
Yeah, there you go. So we start now with St. Croix. St. Croix about to get that thing. We're going to start. Carnival, especially is coming back to the Virgin Islands. As long as nothing don't really kick off where that they're going to cancel it another year. But for now, what I was told, that definitely Carnival is the goal for 2022. So this is something that is well needed in St. Croix, St. Thomas, and St. John. But Greg, man, I appreciate you, man. It's 9:11 Eastern Standard Time. Greg, all the best to you, man.
Thank you.
You know,
Russ, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me on the JMO show. I appreciate it, man.
No problem, man. No problem, man. I see you flexing. I see you flexing for the TV. Huh?
What you say?
I see you flexing, man. I see what you're doing.
Yeah,
I see you sitting down there showing them guns. Yeah, I see you. I see you. I see you. Hey, you know, I saw a couple people. I saw a couple people on my Facebook. Couple females on my Facebook. They went and they came back, and I was wondering why they came back. They saw that, you know, how you flexing. I see you. I see what you're doing.
I try nothing.
Yeah, try nothing. I see you, man. I see you, man. You walking out, man. I gotta start, you know.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to inspire you, man. Yeah, we're gonna get in the gym. Next time you come down, we're gonna do some calisthenics, some push-ups.
Okay, most definitely. I'm gonna hold that to you. I'm gonna hold that to you now. I'm gonna say, hey, Greg, I'm in town. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Most definitely, man. But Greg, all the best, man. Congratulations on your small business in the Virgin Islands, well needed. And keep inspiring, keep doing what you're doing, man. And all the best, man. Thank you, Islet. Thank you, Islet, for everything. Thank you for coming on the show, Islet. And you know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing, man. I admire you working out, man. You go hard in the paint.
Yeah, man.
She go hard in the paint. Yep. I know she be making them dudes looking like scrubs. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Islet, keep doing your thing, man. I admire what you're doing, man. You look good. You look good. You're working out. Keep doing your thing, man. If only me could just make it outside, you know. Just make it outside. Maybe that could start the process. All right, man. All the best to y'all, man. And let's keep in touch. Let's keep in touch. Most definitely.
We'll do. Thank you,
All
man.
right,
Shout out
man.
to you, JMO Talk Show, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
man, for sure. All right, man. All the best. All right. That was Greg Bowen. Greg Bowen, he's the owner. He's the owner of the Island Ivy small business. Mr. Greg Bowen started the business last year, August 2020, and is moving into his first anniversary in August this year. So again, this is something that is well needed. This is another version of thinking outside the box. We're not doing everybody doing the taxiing. Ain't everybody doing the opening up a bar, or ain't everybody wants to open up a restaurant. Not knocking anything. Please don't come for me. But I'm just saying that this is something that when you see Black people thinking outside the box, where that we connecting the dots, not just locally, but tourism wise. You know what I'm saying? People coming from the yacht, you know, flying down in the yachts, in these multi-million-dollar yachts that have been in the water for so many days. They get dehydrated, they get, you know, whatever. They call up this Island IV, he go pump some saline in them, boom, keep it moving. So this is why we need to start telling our young Black brothers and sisters, you don't have to work hard no more. Work smart. Work smart. Google, you can Google anything, go on YouTube and find how to do things and make it happen. Make it happen. That's all I gotta say, man. But I want to thank Mr. Greg Bowen and Islet Smith for coming on the show tonight, and Islet for doing the fusion procedure on the JMO Talk Show, man. Shout out to everybody on Facebook Live. Doreen, my niece, I see you. Thank you for tuning in. My big sister. Hey, Jackie, thank you for tuning in. Tessa Davis, thank you for tuning in. Who else we got? Who else we got? I know a lot of people on the Facebook Live. I can't see them. But anyway, man, appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all share the live. And don't forget, go on YouTube right now. Go to youtube.com. Go in the search column. Type in hashtag JMO Talk Show. Hashtag JMO Talk Show. Search, and you will see the JMO Talk Show YouTube channel page. Go ahead and subscribe, like my channel. And again, all of the shows from last year till now is on my YouTube channel. So make sure y'all check it out and support your brother, man. We here. We ain't going nowhere. It's the JMO Talk Show with yours truly, Russ Sills, signing off. I talk to y'all next week, Friday. All right? Have a great weekend. Be safe out there. Stay hydrated, please. It's starting to get hot here in the 8. You know what I'm saying? It's really getting hot here in the 8. So I can only imagine up north or in the Virgin Islands. But anyway, stay hydrated, stay safe, be safe. Love y'all, man, and continue to support the JMO Talk Show each and every Friday night from 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yours truly, Russell, signing out. Peace and hair grease, one love. I'll see y'all next week, Friday. Peace.